Have you ever wondered what the world was like before cars? No traffic jams, no road trips, just the slow clatter of horse-drawn carriages. It sounds peaceful, but it was also a world where traveling just a few miles could take hours. Today, we're hitting the road to explore the incredible history of the automobile, a journey that completely reshaped our world. Our story doesn't start with Henry Ford, as many believe, It begins way back in the 17th century with a Jesuit missionary in China named Ferdinand Verbius. Around 1672, he designed a small steam-powered trolley as a toy for the Chinese emperor. It was tiny and couldn't carry a person, but it was the first working steam-powered vehicle. A toy that held the seed of a revolution. Fast forward to 1769 in France, a military engineer named Nicolas Joseph Cugnot built a massive, three-wheeled, steam-powered tractor. It was designed to haul heavy artillery for the French army. Imagine this beast, chugging along at a walking pace of about 2 miles per hour, spewing steam and smoke. It was heavy, hard to steer, and needed to stop every 15 minutes to build up more steam. On one of its test runs, it actually crashed into a wall, marking the world's first ever automobile accident. Despite its flaws, Cugnot's Fardia R-Vapor was the first self-propelled vehicle capable of carrying a human. The 19th century was when things really started to heat up. Literally. Steam was still the dominant force. Inbred. Inventors like Richard Trevithick created steam-powered road locomotives, some of which were used as early public transport, like steam buses. These were the titans of the road, but they were also loud, dirty, and often tore up the poorly constructed roads of the time. This led to restrictive laws, like the Red Flag Act in the UK, wars, which required a person to walk ahead of these vehicles waving a red flag to warn people. This really slowed down automotive development in Britain. While steam had its moment, the future was brewing in a different kind of engine: the internal combustion engine. Many brilliant minds across Europe were experimenting with this new technology. Scientists were figuring out how to ignite fuel inside a cylinder to push a piston, creating power. Early versions ran on things like coal gas or even gunpowder. It was a period of intense experimentation. Then came the man, often called the father of the modern automobile, Carl Benz. In 1886, in Germany, Benz was granted a patent for his Benz patent motorwagen. This wasn't just a carriage with an engine bolted on. It was a complete, integrated design. A lightweight, three-wheeled vehicle powered by a single-cylinder, four-stroke gasoline engine that he designed himself. His wife, Bertha Benz, was a true pioneer. In 1888, without telling her husband, she took their 2 sons and drove the motorwagon over 65 miles to visit her mother. This wasn't just a joyride. It was the world's first long-distance road trip, and it proved to the world that the automobile was a practical, reliable machine. She even had to make repairs along the way, using her garter to insulate a wire and a hat pin to clean a blocked fuel line. She was the first mechanic. At around the same time, another German duo, Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, were also developing their own gasoline-powered vehicles. They mounted their engine onto a stagecoach, creating a 4-wheeled car in 1886. The race was on. These early cars were handmade luxury items, incredibly expensive, and only affordable for the SUV. They were more of a novelty than a practical mode of transport for the masses. So, how did we get from these exclusive toys to the cars we see everywhere today? Enter the United States and a man named Ransom E. Olds. In 1901, he created the curved-dash Oldsmobile, and more importantly, he developed the concept of the stationary assembly line. Instead of one person building an entire car, workers would stay in one place, while carts moved the car parts to them. This dramatically sped up production. But it was another American visionary who would perfect this idea and change the world forever: Henry Ford. His goal was simple: build a car for the great multitude. a car that the average American family could afford. Slotty. In 1908, he introduced the Model T. It was durable, easy to operate, and simple to repair. But Ford's true genius was in revolutionizing the manufacturing process. In 1913, he introduced the first moving assembly line for cars. This cut the time it took to build a Model T from over 12 hours to just 93 minutes. This incredible efficiency drove the price down. PI. By the 1920s, a brand new Model T cost less than $300, making car ownership a reality for millions. The world shrank. People could live in suburbs and commute to city jobs. Farmers could get their goods to market faster. The road trip became an American pastime. The automobile wasn't just a machine anymore. It was a symbol of freedom and possibility. It fueled the growth of entire industries, from oil and steel to motels and diners. Of course, the story doesn't end there. The 20th century saw incredible advancements. We got enclosed car bodies, electric starters that replaced dangerous hand cranks, automatic transmissions, and crucial safety features like seatbelts and airbags. Car design became an art form, reflecting the culture of each decade. From the fins of the 50s to the muscle cars of the 70s, now, we're in the middle of another automotive revolution. The rise of electric vehicles, pioneered by companies like Tesla, is challenging the century-long dominance of the internal combustion engine. We're talking about cars that can drive themselves, connect to the internet, and produce zero tailpipe emissions. We've come a long way from a steam-powered toy for an emperor. History of the car is a story of human ingenuity, relentless innovation, and the desire to move faster and further. From a crashing steam tractor to a self-driving electric car, it's a journey that's far from over. What do you think the next chapter will look like? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this historical road trip. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories. See you next time.